Night falls on Terre Haute, draping the city in a cloak of shadows. But peace never truly comes to this place. It's a restless slumber, haunted by echoes of what was and whispers of what might never be. The city's shadows stretch long and distorted, like grasping fingers reaching out from the past. They twist and turn, obscuring the familiar and revealing the unsettling, swallowing hope whole and spitting out regret in bitter, indigestible chunks. Every corner holds a story of dreams deferred, of chances missed, of promises broken. The Wabash River, a murky artery, whispers secrets to crumbling banks, secrets of forgotten lives and buried ambitions. It carries the weight of the city's sorrows on its sluggish current. Despair is rooted deep, a tenacious vine clinging to every crack in the concrete, every broken window pane. It permeates the very foundations of this place. The Churchill Downs Casino, a gaudy monument to fleeting fortune, glows garishly, a siren's call in the darkness. It's a cold beacon, promising warmth but offering only a temporary distraction for the desperate souls drawn to its flickering lights. Its promise of fortune is a cruel lie, a gilded cage that delivers only ruin and reinforces the chains of misfortune. Men and women, young and old, drift inside like moths to a flame, faces etched with the map of loss, clutching their last, fragile hopes like precious jewels. The air is thick with stale smoke, cheap perfume, and the palpable anxiety of dreams hanging by a thread. The slot machines sing a frantic, discordant dirge, a symphony of desperation played out in flashing lights and spinning reels. Each pull of the lever is a silent prayer whispered to the uncaring void, a desperate plea for a miracle that never comes. Their eyes, glazed over with a mixture of hope and despair, betray the profound emptiness that gnaws within. But amid the cacophony and chaos, something else moves in the shadows. A presence, unseen but felt, feeding not on hope, but on the raw, festering despair that permeates the air. It watches patiently for those already broken, those whose luck ran out long ago, those teetering on the edge of oblivion. In their quiet surrender, in their acceptance of defeat, lies a particular potent nourishment for this unseen entity. The neon glow, so bright and alluring, only serves to reveal the insatiable hunger that lurks beneath the surface. It never truly satisfies it, only intensifies the craving. This is Terre Haute at night, a feast laid out for the darkness, a breeding ground for shadows, a testament to broken dreams. And the city sighs, a weary exhalation, waiting for a dawn that never truly comes, a dawn perpetually shrouded in the lingering darkness. His name, it holds no significance. It's a whisper lost in the wind, a forgotten echo. His hunger, however, is everything. It defines him, consumes him, drives his every action. It's the core of his being. It's a cold parasite, an insatiable leech, feeding on something far more precious than blood. It's craving not flesh, not material possessions, but the very essence of surrender. That moment when hope flickers and dies. He is a collector of final moments, a connoisseur of despair, a silent observer of crumbling spirits. He is seeking souls aged in addiction and loss, weathered by regret, and etched with the lines of countless disappointments. He glides through the casino, a shadow amongst shadows, unnoticed by the revelers and the desperate alike. He is searching for the light that's nearly gone, the ember that's about to be extinguished, the last vestige of hope fading into the abyss. This hunger was cultivated in his own lonely past, a seed planted in isolation and nurtured by neglect. It was watered by the world's slow grind, the relentless pressure of existence, the crushing weight of unfulfilled dreams. The most potent despair, the most exquisite surrender comes from those who once had hope, who dared to believe in a brighter future. He seeks the relapsed addict, the one who tasted freedom and then plunged back into the depths of their addiction. He seeks the gambler who lost it all, the one who bet everything and watched it all crumble to dust. He seeks the heart broken one last time, the soul crushed beyond repair, the spirit irrevocably shattered. Their pain is a pattern, a predictable sequence of suffering, a symphony of sorrow that resonates with his own emptiness. It's a prelude to the stillness he offers, the quiet release from the torment of existence, the final peaceful surrender. His ritual is precise, offering mercy, not pain, a gentle release, a quiet departure from the world. He captures the moment of absolute capitulation, the instant of complete and utter surrender. It's when the fight is gone, when the will to resist has finally crumbled, when the spirit is utterly broken. Tonight, the hunger gnaws sharper than ever, a ravenous beast clawing at his insides, demanding to be fed. The casino is ripe, a fertile ground for despair, a breeding ground for broken dreams and shattered hopes. Misery is calling to his emptiness, a siren song luring him deeper into the heart of darkness. He scans the penny slots, a graveyard of lost fortunes and fading dreams, a testament to the futility of hope. He is seeking the quiet ones staring into their own graves, the lost souls who have already given up on life. And then he sees her, a flicker of despair in the crowd, a beacon of surrender in the sea of faces. She is a woman trembling, vacant, lost in the labyrinth of her own sorrow, a fragile vessel on the verge of breaking. She is the perfect invitation, the embodiment of surrender, the ultimate prize for the collector's hunger. The hunt begins, a silent dance of despair and desire, a deadly game of cat and mouse played in the shadows of the casino. Her name is Sarah, or maybe Susan. It hardly matters now. He watches her, noting the trembling hands, the tear cutting through her makeup. She's not just losing money, she's shedding her will to continue. He approaches quietly, a gentle presence in the noise. "Tough night," he murmurs, not as a question, but as shared truth. She nods, defeated. The hook is set. "Let me buy you a real drink," he offers, promising peace. She hesitates, but exhaustion wins. It's easier to say yes. She gathers her purse, follows him out into the cool night. His car waits in the shadows, clean and anonymous. As she slides in, calm washes over her. The calm of abdication. She's handed over her fate, unaware it's her final choice. The engine starts and they melt into the city's darkness. The neon fades behind them. The void opens ahead. Her last chance is already gone. Another predator stalks Terre Haute, a shadow moving through the grimy streets, unseen, unheard, yet ever present. The city holds its breath, unaware of the darkness that hunts within its borders. Silas, a storm of violent impulse, a tempest brewing in the heart of the city. He is the embodiment of unchecked rage, a force of nature unleashed upon the unsuspecting. Where the collector seeks surrender, Silas demands it. He doesn't bargain, he doesn't plead. He takes what he wants, leaving only devastation in his wake. Silas craves terror. It's the fuel that feeds his dark desires, the symphony that accompanies his brutal acts. He savors the fear in his victims' eyes, the desperate pleas for mercy that fall on deaf ears. He's a glutton, an insatiable beast with an appetite for suffering. He consumes the city's underbelly, leaving it scarred and broken. His hunger a roaring fire for screams and shattered flesh. The sounds of agony are music to his ears, the sight of destruction a masterpiece in his eyes. His prey are the addicted and forgotten, the lost souls who wander the city's fringes. They are the vulnerable, the weak, the ones no one will miss. But his methods are brutal, savage, and without remorse. He revels in the chaos he creates, the pain he inflicts. No ritual, no mercy, only the raw, unadulterated expression of violence. He is a force of pure destruction, leaving nothing but ruin in his wake. Just the thrill of destruction, the intoxicating rush of power. He is addicted to the feeling, forever chasing the next high. Silas sees the city's decay as a personal affront, a festering wound that needs to be excised. He is the self-appointed surgeon, ready to cut away the rot with brutal precision, weakness as infection to be purged. He believes he is doing the city a favor, cleansing it of its impurities, one victim at a time. His tools are crude, born of necessity and fueled by rage. They are extensions of his violent will, instruments of pain and destruction. Hammer rebar knife. He ambushes in forgotten corners, the dark recesses of the city where hope goes to die. He lurks in the shadows, waiting for his next unsuspecting victim, where screams vanish into the night, swallowed by the urban landscape, never to be heard again. The city is his accomplice, a silent partner in his gruesome deeds. His victims see only a mask of hateful glee, a twisted expression of pure malice. It's the last thing they see before their world fades to black, before the end. He remembers the last one, the details etched into his mind with disturbing clarity. The memory fuels his hunger, driving him to seek out his next victim. A man behind a dumpster, desperate and alone, seeking solace in the shadows. He was an easy target. A lamb led to the slaughter. The crunch of bone, the spray of blood. Silas doesn't collect, he doesn't hoard, he doesn't cherish. He simply destroys, leaving nothing but emptiness in his wake. He annihilates. He leaves carnage as a message, a brutal warning to those who dare to stray into his domain. It's a testament to his power, a symbol of his reign of terror. A wound in the city's flesh, a festering sore that refuses to heal. He is a parasite, feeding off the city's misery and decay. No remorse, no regret, only the cold, empty void where a conscience should be. He is a monster, devoid of human emotion, only satisfaction, the fleeting pleasure of dominance and control. It's a hollow victory, but it's enough to keep him going, to fuel his endless cycle of violence. He is the city's festering wound, the embodiment of its darkest secrets and hidden fears. He is the monster that lurks in the shadows, waiting to strike. Pure violence incarnate. And his hunger is never sated, forever driving him to seek out new victims, to inflict more pain, to spread more terror. The city trembles, unaware of the storm that is about to break. The abandoned meatpacking plant is Silas's cathedral. Its halls reek of old blood and decay, a perfect stage for his violence. He dragged his last victim through filth, savoring every scream. The hammer shattered bone, his words stripped away identity. Silas's work is spectacle, not secrecy. He arranges bodies as statements, wounds as signatures. Each scene is a primal scream rendered in flesh. When finished, he admires his handiwork, feeling a fleeting peace. The calm never lasts. The hunger always returns. He leaves the plant, already thinking of the next. The city's silence is broken only by the drip of blood. The symphony of ruin plays on. In the shadows, a silent network connects men like the Collector and Silas. They don't know each other, but sense each other's presence in the city's fear. Rival predators, they hunt the same blighted ground, creating an ecosystem of terror. Despair is their water, fed by addiction, unemployment, decay. The Collector appreciates Silas's chaos. It makes his own mercy more appealing. Silas's brutality drives prey toward the Collector's gentle hand. Each is aware of the other's work. Missing flyers, found bodies. Silas sneers at the Collector's clean methods, priding himself on honesty. Their silent competition sharpens their craft, deepening the city's darkness. The vulnerable drift through the cracks, ghosts before their victims. The predators wait, feeding on the city's misery. The hunt is relentless, the darkness ever-growing. Terre Haute is their shared hunting ground. Arthur Jenkins is neither collector nor butcher. He is the curator. Caught by chance, he now sits in a sterile interrogation room, calm and grandfatherly. Jenkins didn't consume or mutilate, he preserved. He saw himself as a historian of loss, archiving the forgotten. His victims were already mourned, runaways, abandoned spouses. He recreated their final moments in dioramas using taxidermy and formaldehyde. People disappear twice, he tells Detective Miller. I prevented the second disappearance. His last project, a young woman overdosed in a motel, scene painstakingly recreated in his cellar. Photos reveal a gallery of horrors, preserved figures in staged despair. Jenkins's confession is a new chapter, not closure. He speaks of others, artists harvesting misery, a hidden guild. Miller realizes Jenkins is part of something larger, a fraternity of shadows. The city's sorrow is curated, collected, and displayed. Jenkins was not alone. The darkness is organized and it's growing. Detective Miller drives through the city, Jenkins' words echoing. For months, he'd seen only separate monsters, the butcher, the ghost. Now he sees the threads connecting them. In a diner, he spreads case files, mapping a constellation of misery. Silas's victims, the collectors vanished. Jenkins's confessions all cluster around the city's weakest points. It's not a gang, but a current. A dark tide pulling the vulnerable into horror. Each predator has a signature, but all feed from the same trough. The city itself is a participant. Its despair, the disease. Miller feels dread. He's hunting not individuals, but an ecosystem of predation. Jenkins was just the first pulled from the depths. How many more are out there, moving in the shadows? The investigation has just begun, but Miller already feels lost. The city's darkness is vast, and he's only seen the surface. Highways cut through the heartland, arteries of anonymity. At a truck stop, the collector hunts new prey, following the currents of despair beyond city limits. The darkness is spreading, not contained. Jenkins's capture has agitated the wound, not healed it. The remaining predators feel the shift. Law enforcement's gaze sharpens their hunger. Silas grows more brazen, the collector more meticulous. The web is rewoven, stronger than before. Miller drives toward dawn, feeling the weight of a truth too large to bear. He's fighting not just crime, but a spiritual rot infecting the city. Jenkins was a key, unlocking a larger, more terrifying room. The threads lead deeper into the labyrinth. The sun rises, revealing only more decay. The predators stir, new rituals begin. The night in Terra Haute is far from over. It's only just beginning.